Okay, so today I'm going to go over how to report payroll attendance infractions. So the first step would be to basically, identify or locate the attendance infraction. And in order to do that, you would need to be in Time Force, and you would need to be under their time card. So once I am in the time card, I will need to go through all of these employees, except interns, Mike and Kevin, and contract workers. The reason being is because they are not on payroll. You could still technically, do it, give them attendance infractions, but however, they're on a different thing. So let's, for example, just go through mine, Madison. So I would look through hers, make sure that her time card is similar to her schedule. So there's all the employee schedules are located in the HR folder, under manager, under employees and outsourcers, under employee schedules. So obviously it's already open, so it did not open. I just showed you the process in order to get there. So I would look at her schedule. She obviously works from 8:30 to 1 on Mondays and Tuesdays. Wednesdays and Thursdays she works till 5, and then on Friday she works till 12:30. So going back to this, her schedule looks as follows almost. However, she did work a little bit overtime, so that is totally fine as long as she did not work under. That is when an attendance infraction occurs. So for example, on Wednesday, April 4th, she did not work till 5. She left at 4:30. So in order to understand all of the attendance infractions, you can either scroll down or go into the employees or the human resources training tutorials under the payroll attendance infractions, and then go down into step 6, which states in incident types, late, which is basically all of these. If you do not see what you're looking for in the attendance in this payroll or / tutorial that has been created, you can also go into the employee handbook, which is located in the HR folder under employee handbook. And then you can just find it in there. However, we're just going to go based off of this. So because I left early, that is also considered late. So as you can see, late if the employee clocks in 10 minutes early than scheduled, or employee, that's if they clock out more than an hour early, that's a strike. You can basically look at all of these. But because I left early, that is still considered late. So I didn't really get a strike for this because I'm going to be, making up my hours. However, just for the tutorial purposes, I will be giving myself an attendance infraction. So in order to do that, I will go under employee, the employee tab, and then go right under it, which is HR info, and then add incident. So under incident date, you will need to make sure that is the correct date. However, I do remember that it's April 4th. Incident type, was it sexual harassment? No. Poor attendance? Possibly. Unexcused absence? No. Break reminders, other personal days, and late. I will choose late because I was late. I wouldn't get a strike unless I left over an hour early. I would not choose verbal warning. It would actually be notification letter, and then I would change the incident rating to mild. And then I would just click add. So there it is. You'll see that everything's there. You'll see all of the employees in attendance infractions. And then after this, what you'll need to do is go back into Podio. In this area, you would type in write up click the Write-Ups app in the Human Resources workspace, and then click Add Write-Up. So, under employee name, I am writing myself up, so I would put Madison. You would leave the write-up status as it is. You do not touch it. There's an automation that already clicks it for you. The person that created it is Madison. The employee manager is, I'm just going to put myself, since this is not a real thing. I will put the sender to hr@steelstreet.com. The date created was the 5th. Written counseling / warning. The reason for corrective action. So this is just for this example. I just want to clarify that if there is any other write-ups that have been taken place that is not just for late or strikes, let's say it's for suspension, either it's a final written warning, there's a discharge, you have all of those types of opportunity or areas that you can look at that they can create an attendance infraction. So the reason for the corrective action was because I was late. If they were to receive a strike for being late, like let's say they were late 3 times, three lates equals 1 strike. So assuming that policy, I would click late and strike. However, just because I was late, I would just put late. I would describe the reason for being late. She left 30 minutes before her shift was supposed to end and did not use hours or did not make up the hours missed. Something like that. You could put whatever you want. I just put something like that. Plan of action. In order to avoid receiving a write-up, you will need to either use hours or make up the hours missed. Like I said, for hire, you can put whatever you want. That's just an example of what I would put. The date to comply is today's date because that is the day that I am writing this person up. I would leave everything as is, put save write-up. After it has been saved, what you need to do is click send via write signature. So for the tutorial purposes, you will see it in your Gmail, the hr@steelstreet Gmail account. The manager of the employee will need to sign it, and the employee who is getting the write-up will need to sign it. So depending on who the manager is, you'll be sending it to their email address. However, because I just left it at me, I just put it as this email. For example, if it was another manager such as Elvish, Joseph, Joel, Chris, you would put their email rather than hr@steelstreet. So that would be sent to their email and then all of that good stuff. So both parties need to sign it before anything can happen. So just for the tutorial purposes, I am going to go into one of the previous write-ups. So once everything has been signed, it will write signature, or I guess GlobeFlow, I should say, will complete or will automate this and put write-up, and the write-up status has been signed. So you won't need to do anything. This will automatically appear. And then when both parties have signed it, you will receive the PDF file of the signed document. So you will open the document. You will make sure that both parties have signed it. You will read the comments. If it needs to be disputed, it will be disputed. However, for this purpose, I will just download it. And then what I usually do is put the reason for as for the name, I would put the reason for the write-up, and then I would put the date. So specifically for this one, it was 3/13. However, if it were mine, it would be, it would technically be written like that. But because I'm just doing Elvis's, it would be something like this. And then what you need to do is go into the PC folder, go into the network, go into HR manager, employee and outsourcers, employee docs, active employees, go into, since we're doing mine, since I guess we're doing Elvis, so we'll leave it at Elvis. So we'll go into Elvis's folder, go into performance, and as you will see, his late violation has already been uploaded and downloaded, or downloaded and then saved to the network folder. So usually you just put save. However, I'm going to cancel it because it's already been uploaded. And then you go back into the write-ups into the write-up, and then you go all the way down. And then because GlobeFlow will automatically have this button clicked, after you have verified and downloaded the PDF file, you will click signed write-up, verified, and downloaded. After that, you are done, and now you know how to report payroll attendance infractions.